you want to know what OCD looks like, not like, oh, I like things to be clean, you know, anal retentive, but like diagnosed clinical OCD. I have really bad health OCD, so I'm always worried, you know, that like someone's dying. And I've been like this since I was a kid. My worst fear as a kid was a pandemic. So you can imagine what COVID was like for me. My husband comes down the stairs this morning and was like, hey, so I got a phone call from the vet, and he's being like very gentle, so I know he's about to drop a fucking bomb on me. He's like, the puppy's fine. He's totally fine. I did take in a stool sample though, and he has a parasite. When I tell you the blood rushed out of my body, arms and legs went completely numb. I was like, oh, fuck me. I'm terrified of parasites, terrified of them. And then I now made my husband spend 15 minutes convincing me that it wasn't the worm kind of parasite. This summer, me and my husband went to go take the trash cans down to the curb for trash pickup, and we live out in the woods. And when I went to go do it, it had stormed earlier that day, and I just thought a bunch of like the flower petals from like this like giant tree that we have, you know, was all over the trash can. There's these like little white marks, and it was hundreds of maggots. And then that set me into a spiral for months that I was terrified to eat because I was like, oh, they're maggots. And I'm a therapist, by the way. Yeah, you know. My husband tells me that our puppy has giardia. No symptoms of it. He's fine, but that like everything will be okay. We just have to like point of action. He loved already to get the medicine. We just sprinkle some medicine on his food for 5 days, and then he'll take another stool sample in, and it should be good. He had to convince me that giardia is not the worm kind, because I'm freaking out. If I see my little puppy shit out worms, I'm yeeting myself off of this mountain. And the vet said that like, it's very hard for us to get. I'm like, oh my God, we can get it? What? I was just worried about the puppy and him being okay and seeing worms come out of his poop. And we can get it. So he's like, but like, as long as like, you know, we are very careful when we pick up his poop and we wash our hands afterwards, and like, you know, we don't let him touch his poop, and like, you know, and then all I could think of was like, oh my God, the other day when I got done brushing my teeth, when I put my toothbrush back on the counter at the sink, it fell on the ground, but oddly landed like, this is not the toothbrush, but landed like up right side up. So I'm like, oh my God. That's a miracle. But then my dog went over my puppy and he's like smelling it. All I can think of is like, oh my God, did he smell it? Or maybe he licked it. Maybe, and the second took me to go down, he had licked it and I didn't see that. And I took him out like 10 minutes before that. What if he like licked his poop and I didn't see it, and then licked my toothbrush, and now I have parasites in me and I feel like I can't breathe. I feel like I can't breathe. If you're a doctor or a vet, I need you to convince me that giardia 1 isn't the worm kind, and 2, I'm not gonna die, that the puppy's not gonna die, and I just need to know that there's not worms in our body.